Guys, welcome to the Collector Car Gallery. Excuse our dust, we're remodeling a little bit, so we've got a little bit of stuff everywhere. Looking at this 1971 Camaro RSSS. This is a LS3 code 396-300 car, okay? I love having cars like this in the shop that I think are special, but I also hate having cars like this that I think are special because Camaros have such a following and there are so many experts out there. I welcome any criticism if I misspeak or say something wrong or call something that isn't called that, you know, whatever. I can't possibly be an expert on all cars. So, to any of the Camaro experts of the world, watch this video, love it, tell me, give me feedback, tell me what you like, what you don't like, what's right, what's wrong. I love it, but just give me a break, please. All right, let's just start by saying that. Okay, so just a little recap of the numbers. According to my research, there's about 115,000 Camaros made in 1971, okay? Of those, you got about 1,500 that had the LS3 engine code 396-300 horse motor, all right? Of those, approximately 200 plus had a 4-speed. My car, 396, 4-speed, with air, RSSS, premium interior, guy's killer car, California delivery car, sold new in Van Nuys, California, and I have a build sheet. I have an original build sheet for this car. So, really cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the underside of the car. Like all my videos that I always do about cars, guys, I make the other person you're buying a car from, or if you're looking at my car and looking at somebody else's, make them do the same video, please, okay? Have them point to everything wrong, all right? Everything that looks a little tacky, that doesn't look great, all right? And if they beware of the person that says it's perfect, all right? So, with that being said, I love having cars on the lift first, all right? Then we're gonna put it down on the ground and do a walk around the inside and all that, but I love having cars on a lift. It kind of gives you a unique perspective of things from this side. You get to see a lot of these parts down here that you really would have to get on the ground to see. And obviously we're gonna be looking at the underside also, okay? But you know, a lot of people wouldn't notice, like for instance, on this car, as I start here at the front fender, all right, and we're gonna do a walk around when the car's down on the ground, but fit looks good down here. Everything looks nice and neat, not painted over, right? That looks good. All this stuff looks really good. The pinch weld on the body looks nice and appropriate. But we do see, I got a couple little nicks here, right? Got 1, 2, probably the seatbelt fell in the way. But then also what you can see is, and I don't notice it when the car's sitting here, but I do notice it when I get right here, okay? I've got a little bitty door ding, and you can just see it in this reflection right there. See that door ding? I'm gonna get that rolled out because I've never noticed it when the car's on the ground, okay? And I do notice it now, here. So, otherwise the fit's really nice. Down here, down low on the doors, everything looks very appropriate. I got, you know, this isn't detailed to perfection yet. All this stuff under here is dust and road dirt from just pulling it out of my building and in the building. It's been raining here for like, you know, weeks. Their animals are walking around 2 by 2. It's raining so much around here lately, it's ridiculous. But at any rate, the cars are just kind of hard to keep clean right now. As we walk around the other side, the back side of the car, dual exhaust, everything looks nice. The bumper is in great shape. The chrome looks really good. No issues there. Rear quarters look good. You know, I got one more little stone ding right there, okay? You can kind of see it in the reflection of that light right there right now. One minor stone ding. There's no paint damage, but that's another one I'm gonna get rolled out. So, you know, sometimes you just see stuff when the cars are down the ground or on the lift like this that you wouldn't normally see. There is a paint chip right here I'd like to bring your attention to. All right, you can kind of see this. Just to give a little reference, about the size of half the size of my little fingernail. I'm gonna touch that up in the correct color. Otherwise, This side looks really good. I don't see any issues. All this stainless here looks nice too. It's not all banged up or anything. So that's great. So as we move around to the front of the car, I mean, iconic split bumper car. Chrome split bumpers look good. They're in good shape. And now how about we'll just get underneath this thing and kind of look around a little. Obviously, at some point in time, this was all done. I mean, frame off type restoration that was done. Are there any leaks or drips, or this is again some of the just road dust I'm telling you about. It's just hard to keep things clean around here. But you can definitely tell this was all apart at one time, okay? Does anything leak? Yeah, I mean, it's an old car. Obviously something leaks, yeah. So we got a little seepage right here, a little damp. Oil pan looks pretty dry from what I'm looking at right now. Got a little moisture around the line for the power steering, maybe. So that's something that, you know, I'm not saying it is leaking or not. It just looks a little damp. Trans looks good, no issues there. And now here's what we're looking at. Obviously this car was apart, okay? This is where the experts will want to weigh in. I do know that a lot of these cars were supposed to have been red primer underneath, okay? At some point when this car was redone, it looks like it was redone with body color paint in yellow, all right? I do see, however, the red primer. When I power wash the underside of this car, I see the red primer kind of flicking through here. So you can see it, it's under there, all right? And I'm not sure, I'm not saying it's not right, I'm not saying it's not wrong, I'm just saying this is what I'm observing in the car right now, all right? Body looks great, frame looks great. Obviously this is a unibody car, so you know, we're not seeing traditional stuff like we would normally see, but it looks very, very good, and these forward frame members look nice. As we look at the floors, here's what we can tell. We can tell what looks like factory and what doesn't, all right? And everything does, in my opinion. I don't see any patches, any areas where any floors have been replaced. Again, now I'm facing the back of the car. Any floors have been replaced or anything like that. It just looks really good. And someone took the car completely apart, obviously, right? I mean, this was all apart. It's not like somebody just painted over everything, okay? So, let's see, I'm gonna swing around here, so I'm facing the front of the car right now. We can see the rear end. If anybody wants additional pictures of numbers or anything, get me those, or else I'm just gonna be under here like pointing to every single number that I see, and you guys are gonna, you know, have to decipher it. So if somebody wants to see something, let me know. I'm very confident in this car though. I have a build sheet for the car. I know the collector I purchased it from, and so I'm very confident in what this car is. As we look at the underbody back here, it's really hard to get in there with my camera, but I don't see anything that's been done, you know, especially like this lip looks factory to me. I don't see anything that's been replaced or redone. I'm gonna swing around, try not to get sick here, guys, but we can see the trunk floor, the back front, you know, forward side of the trunk floor a little bit under here. I don't see anything that looks like it's been repaired at all. And even as I look way up in there, okay, up that way, I don't see anything that's been repaired. As I look at the quarters down here, I don't see any repairs that have been done. So, and same thing goes for this. Everything looks really appropriate to me and looks nice. So, that's the underside, okay? It kind of is what it is. And I think it looks very, very nice. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the car on the ground, and then we will go ahead and finish our little walk around here so you guys can see the rest. So, excuse me. We don't have lovely assistants around here, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with me. Okay, on the ground. So now what we do is we're gonna walk around. I'm gonna point to everything. I've wiped the car off. I'm not saying if there's some dust I see or something, I'll try and make sure that you see that it's dust. Otherwise, now we're gonna start the video just like most of our other videos, right here at the driver's side front, and we're gonna be rolling through, looking at anything or any blemishes that I see in the paint, any bad spots, any areas of concern. So as I'm looking down the driver's side, everything looks very nice. Again, obviously the car was taken apart, okay, to be painted. You can tell this was all apart to be painted, all right? Formal roof looks great. I don't see anything around here that would lead me to believe anything was done kind of haphazardly or cheaply, okay? Gutters look good, everything looks good. I don't see any rust bubbles or anything like that underneath a formal roof that are areas of concern. Let's see. Body lines are really straight, look very nice. Fit is good. And then as we move around towards the back end, I do see one small stone chip right here on the driver's rear quarter, just for reference purposes, okay? I'm touching the car, my arms reach away right now, all right? And then we're gonna zoom way in, and you can kind of see what that is. While I have the paint out for that door, I'm gonna go ahead and touch this. I'm gonna sand lightly, wet sand, with like a 3 or 5,000, just to knock the edge off. I'm gonna touch it up, and then we'll go ahead and buff and polish, and hopefully it disappears like it's supposed to, and you'd have to be a professional to be able to see it then. Chrome bumpers look great, okay? Very nice, way better than the driver quality, closer to show quality in my opinion. They just need a little steel wool, and WD-40 is a secret formula. Steel wool, 4-aught steel wool and WD-40, or glass cleaner is fine too. Let's see, the stripe looks great. The stripe is over the clear. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be or not, but, well, I'm not saying over the clear. I'm saying maybe the car was cleared, but the stripes were done like after. And then looks like maybe the whole car was cleared. That's kind of how it feels, all right? I can get a little bit more specific if you guys want. Chrome bumper looks good on this side as well. No issues that I can see. Right here was that little dent we were talking about, and it's about the size of a marble. Obviously a stone come up, and flicked at it, but you can see that there's no paint loss, but I saw it there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it rolled out also. So as we look down the car on the passenger side, everything looks really straight, very nice car. This is the correct color for the car, original color for the car, so really correct as far as that goes. I can send copies of all the paperwork if you guys want as well. Fit looks good. As we step back, there's that little stone chip that I don't even know, I'm not sure if I've ever noticed it before, but here's that stone chip that I'm talking about. And again, for reference, okay, I'm standing next to the car like I'm getting in it. Cut the camera's right up by my face. See how easy it is to miss that thing. And then as I get down here, arm's reach, you can kind of see what that is. Just stinks. That's a bummer, but not a big deal. Could easily be blended, and without doing like paint, okay? Yellow's hard, so this is a touch-up all day long. You're not gonna wanna go further with that, okay? Trust me. Let's see. As we get up towards the split bumpers, they're in great shape. They look very, very nice. No issues as far as I can see. I do, you know what? On this one, there's a little wrinkle in the chrome right there. And that's a drag. Kind of somebody tightened the bolt a little too tight maybe. But again, let's talk about, what we want to do and don't want to do, or what's worth doing and not doing. Arms reach away from the car right there. I feel like, you'd have to be really, really looking at this car meticulously to be able to see that, so that's all right. Hood lineup looks great. Everything looks nice and appropriate the way they're supposed to be. Boom, there it is, guys. There's the 396 300 air conditioned. You can see how tidy everything looks under here. Nothing painted over. No tape lines on rubber or anything like that. That's super tacky looking. So this has obviously been completely apart, okay? not some kind of aftermarket air or something. This is the real deal. All right. And let's see here. We also have power brakes, power steering, just lots of good stuff. Okay. So this is the real deal car. All right. For sure. Okay. And let's see. As we look at the underside of the hood, we can kind of see where, again, people did, they took stuff apart. It was all done correctly and nicely. So cowl looks good. We'll go up here and show you guys the trim tag real quick. All right, there's the trim tag. You guys can zoom in and get a look. I know I have pictures of it online also, as well as the VIN number. Let's look at the interior real quick. Guys, I am more than, I'm more than welcome to start the car so you can hear it run, but you guys all know, and as well as I know, all you're gonna do is prove to yourself the car runs and drives, okay? So, I mean, I can start it real quick, but there's really no point in you trying to listen for something on this car. I will tell you the car is cold right now, and it does cold start just fine, all right? So, let's see. As we look at the interior, let's first look at the door panels here. Door panels are in great shape. They are like the deluxe, I think they're called. Here's the door tag. Weather stripping looks like new. I mean, it's supple and nice. Looks like somebody got a little heavy with the armor all here though. Little shiny. Door panels aren't damaged anyway. They look great. Glass is in great shape. No like sandblast marks or anything weird like that. The weather strip on the door opening looks great. Look down here for any rust. Nothing, no bubbles, no rust, nothing tacky. Let's look at the, okay, I know what everybody wants to see. Here we go. How about this? All right, let's look down here. So, looks nice, right? No issues. A little bit of dirt. That's it. That's dirt. Obviously, these are the weep holes for the door, so water doesn't get caught in there. So when you wash junk off the car, that's where the junk goes. That'll clean right off, okay? Doors look awesome. So, we'll look in here, right? No issues. Nothing cheesy. Obviously, the car was apart completely to be painted. There's no tape lines. I can't see anything like that. As we look at the interior now, everything looks exactly as it should. The carpet looks like it's in great shape. Seats, there's no wear on the piping or anything like that. There's no crease here, like probably, like the car you drive every day has probably a crease right here from sitting in it. Same thing for right here, where your jeans hit. This looks great. I mean, it looks like new, okay? So, the floor mats, so when I purchased this car, the guy said, hey, careful with those floor mats, they're originals, and they're pretty hard to be careful with. I think you can see they kind of just turn to cheese, so whatever. Let's not assume that original floor mats are going to be in good shape with the car. However, I'm sure you can buy floor mats for this car. Steering wheel, dash, everything looks really good. Dashes are probably highly overlooked when looking for a car, and what you hear a lot is, well, there's just a little crack in the dash. That little crack can equal, put sometimes thousands in the right kind of car in repairs. So this dash is excellent. It is excellent. Perfect. Very, very nice. Okay. A-pillar looks good. This all looks like freshly restored stuff. It looks really nice. All right. Miles on the car are showing 37,968. I cannot say, I'm certain the title says exempt. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Ashtray looks great. Non-smoker's car. It's these little finishing touches. This finishing details of the car are what are really, really setting it apart. This 4-speed, super rare, okay? Factory air. This is not like aftermarket hangar air or something odd like that. Original steering wheel. Looks like it's in great shape. Let's see. It's just like the finishing stuff, guys. Like finishing details of the car. I mean, look at this, It's like original stuff from like when you would buy the car. Right? all looks really good. Really, really good. Okay. Headliner in excellent condition. No issues that I can see. Looks like we're missing our courtesy light lens. I don't know where it is or if it's laying around, but we're missing it. Okay. Let's open the back real quick, and then we'll move around to the then we'll get around to the other side of the car. Look at the other side of the interior, and okay, 1 second. Here's what we like to see in the trunk compartment too. Again, everything taken apart. That's the way it should look. Okay. Attention to detail. Attention to detail. Okay. Attention to detail. The split in the right place. So if there's a break in this weather strip, it comes out the back. You know, it's not supposed to be up here. It's supposed to be right here. Attention to detail. This is real easy to somebody just paint over this crap. Nope, they didn't. They took it out, sandblasted it, had it coated the correct color, anodized. In great shape, okay? I can get more detailed pictures of this trunk if we need to, but the trunk is not messed with at all, okay? So it could use a respray of, this is nothing here, okay? This is like, these mats are kind of probably the worst thing for these cars because when they sit in any kind of humidity, they just kind of hold it. But none of this is even into the integrity of the metal, okay? This trunk is, I'll have this resprayed next week and it'll all be this correct speckle, blue and black, and it'll look great. As we look at the quarters, I don't see any previous repairs or any work that's been done on these quarters. It all looks very, very nice. Everything loomed correctly and looks like it's supposed to look. Same thing for here. Looks really good. All factory stuff. I don't see any seams, you know, where there's been repairs done, anything like that. It all just looks correct. So I'm glad you got to see it like that though. That's good. So you're gonna get to see the improved upon picture. Okay. Oops. Excuse me. All right, let's look at the passenger side real quick, and then we'll wrap this video up. Passenger door panel looks, you know, about what's to be expected for the rest of this car. It's really, really good looking, killer. No splits, no cracks, no weird screws where they're not supposed to be, you know, where people, you know, don't know how to do this stuff or just kind of putting screws in to hold stuff down. Weather stripping looks great. Glass is excellent. There's no sandblasting marks or anything like that. There's no splits in this. All this deluxe stuff looks great. Very, very nice, okay? These usual suspect areas for rust, nothing there. Looks great. Got original stuff here. Boom, boom, boom. All looks very good. Back seat is, guys, just like the front. I mean, there's no stories here. It looks really good. Console looks great. Passenger seat looks great. Zero issues that I see right now. None. None. Okay, weather strip looks good. Everything was just done right, okay? Everything is done exactly how it's supposed to be done, so no issues, okay? Again, guys, thanks for looking at the video, okay? Whoops. Thanks for looking at the video. Camaro guys out there, I love you, and I love your opinions and your criticism. All right, email me if I love learning that way. So if there's a way I can learn something from you, that's I love that. That's awesome. If I called something what it's not supposed to be called or something like that, make sure you hit me up and let me know. Again, this is our 1971 Chevrolet Camaro LS3 code 396, 300 horse car. Less than a couple hundred of this car made at best, okay, like this one, okay. 115,000 Camaros made in 71, 1,500 of them LS3 396 300. 200 of those had a 4-speed, 250-ish maybe, 4-speed with air, 396 LS3, formal roof, RS RSS. California car, sold new in Van Nuys, California. Guys, let me know if you have any more questions or you want to see some more pictures. Thanks a lot.